Hello, beautiful people, it's me in front of here, and today, I'm here to talk about some rumors that have been floating around the last couple days. I'm a couple days late to this, though that's not too surprising, to be honest. But some very, very interesting info that has popped up over the last couple days. As you can see, I have a million tabs open. All of these are going to be of use, I swear. And yeah, I guess we'll just start off with this. Centro leaks, a very, very well-known but bit controversial of a source of information for leaks for Pokemon and stuff. And this is just a post they made on Twitter on the 12th of October, so 3 days ago, saying that they'd feel a little out of place in Hisui, don't you think, with a winky face. Now, yes, they would. I honestly didn't even think about it until I saw this post, but yes, they would, seeing as the normal Pokeball hasn't existed yet in that game. And obviously with that winky face, this is very much insinuating that they know something. Whoever Centro is, which already brings up really interesting ideas of Hisuian Voltorb and Electrode. That'd be something very unique. I have no idea what they do for it, but I'd be on board for it. And yeah, just a bunch of replies and stuff like that. They were at, yeah, I think this is the one. This is the one. Yeah. Some people's responses were happier than others. Bro just posts actual leaks instead of being cryptic, and then that's not fun. I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of with Centro on this one. Like, honestly, this is just that. If I was Centro, I would do the same thing as well. Is basically what I'm saying. Like, it's it definitely feels more fun on their side being this, and I mean, we honestly don't know if this is right or anything like that. They are definitely treating it like it is, but you know, it's up for debate. And to add to that debate, which is the real interesting thing about this, the Chinese Riddler. It's somewhere here. Yeah, here it is. The Chinese Riddler. So if you don't remember who that is, just a little refresher. It's this guy, back in Gen 7, leaked all these Pokemon. Very cryptic images. I don't think this thing is truly updated. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty old article, on PokeJungle, but just had so much information, revealed so many Pokemon. I remember the peak of this when it was like, it was happening. People were looking at the pictures, constantly speculating. It was fun. It was hella fun. And then in Generation 8, he came back with not as many, but still Pokemon. And keep in mind, they were completely correct. Every single thing that was on here, completely correct. Whether it be some hella random images like Monkey Drum, or whatever the hell this is, he was right. Everything was right. And I hadn't really gotten anything from him since Sword and Shield days back in, what, 2019? I think, yeah, that sounds about right. 2019 sounds right. And now we get this image from the Chinese Riddler. These seem to be what I assume is Chinese or Japanese food of some sort. And it shows all three Hisuian starters. Right here, Piplup, for some reason, which I'm not entirely sure. And then Voltorb and Electrode. Very, very interesting. Especially interesting, came out around the same time as this Centro post. Am I saying these two are working in cahoots? No. If anything, I'd be more willing to believe that Centro saw the Chinese Riddler and then posted this, pretending that it was their own. It was at 12:12 in the morning when this was posted. At least maybe that's my time. I'm not actually sure. I think Centro's like Italian or something. either way, uh, it's very, very interesting. And obviously these aren't new products. These can't be. Why would they put regular Voltorb Electrode on something for a new game coming out if there's going to be new Hisuian forms? But still, very, very curious. So you can see here the design of the Pokeballs, if they're even called that, in Legends Arceus. So really, really brings up a discussion about if there's going to be Hisuian forms for these. And yeah, speculation's been running rampant. There was some new Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl gameplay, a little bit of information that came out not too long ago. Wasn't incredibly important, showed off a lot more gameplay. One thing that definitely got a lot of people angry was Universal EXP, where like your entire team gets EXP for battles and stuff like that, which I think was a thing from Let's Go, or was it X and Y? It was either X and Y or Let's Go. For some reason, I feel like X and Y wasn't that, but I think it might have been. Oh wait, X and Y you could turn it off, but in Let's Go you couldn't, and I don't think you can turn it off in this game either. So at least to me, it's not the biggest deal. I would prefer if we had the ability to turn it off, but who knows? It's not the biggest deal, at least to me. But that would have been a time. That would have been a pretty good time, at least in my opinion, to show off Hisuian, Voltorb, and Electrode. I don't know what other time they're gonna have. I mean, we have 3 months till this game comes out, which sounds fucking nuts. I mean, we have a month till Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl come out, which is insane to me. So I don't know how much longer we have left. We don't know a whole lot about this game. Something we do know that I never got the chance to make a video on. Don't have an article or anything to bring up. Unfortunately, Legends Arceus is not open world. It is a Monster Hunter style of game. So what that means, because I didn't know what that meant originally. I've never played a Monster Hunter game. I've heard good things about the series, but I also know that the game is addicting and is very, very long. Basically, Jubilife Village, that the only village, any sort of town that we've seen, is like a home base. It's like where you start off, then you get assignments, and you go out to different various areas of the region, and then go back. Go out, go back, go out, go back. So not exactly what I wanted. I'm not gonna, make harsh judgments or really any judgment at all right now, because don't have the game, and I've never played a Monster Hunter game, so I really don't know what this is gonna be like. And that Breath of the Wild, the Pokemon video I made forever ago, is very incorrect now. But that was getting mixed reactions, I think, from the community. I don't know. I honestly didn't hear too much about it. Or maybe that was just me avoiding information. Who really knows? But away from, Monster Hunter games and Hisuian, Voltorb, and Electrode, there's some other stuff. A while ago, like 2 weeks, Sancho posted this SEPDP D22, which I didn't cover, didn't know anything about, wasn't really worth making a video about, and now he's answered it. Starter Evolution's Primal Dialga and Palkia DLC 2022. Some very, very bold claims. Stuff that I am totally on board for. As you can see, this is all Legends stuff. But oh my god. Like, damn. Would they really hide all of that before this game comes out? Like, I feel like they'd have to show something, like, leading up, maybe around Christmas time or something. That'd be absolutely massive. And my other question is, how the fuck do they know about this? Like, I can't even begin to speculate on Starter Evolutions. Primals are back. Like, I want this stuff so badly. We all want this. We were all hoping for Primal Dialga and Palkia in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. It'd be very, very fitting if they gave it to us in Legends Arceus, especially since it's set in ancient times. You know, primal, ancient, fits very, very well. Starter evolutions, I'm assuming that means new evolutions for Oshawott, Rowlet, and Cyndaquil, which would be very unique. That'd be weird as hell having old starters getting new evolutions. I'm on board with it. I'm fine with it, you know, as long as they're just good Pokemon, which I have faith in. But yeah, it just sounds weird. It sounds weird. Like, whole new evolutions, like I could see like new types of forms or something, but entire new evolutions, that is something else entirely. But yeah, he seems very, very confident about this. Yeah, and you know, you could see some of the other people in the replies like, I doubt it, you guys better be right. We'll see. We'll see. Centro's is always there, just saying shit. Always there saying shit. And sometimes, you know, sometimes they're right, and other times they're showing us pictures of Animal Crossing, which they have deleted and are pretending didn't exist. That's what I mean by Centro is a bit of a controversial source. Other than that, the shit keeps coming. This is like October 13th. October 13th. This was October 12th. Like a couple of days ago, Centro was just popping off. Talking about Generation 9 being 2022. Like, what the fuck? Legends planned for 2021. Gen 9 was planned for 2022. Plans change, but don't know how much. Like, what the hell? What would Gen 9 even consist of? We haven't even begun to think about that. Having this many games that close, like Legends and Gen 9 in the same year? What the fuck? Like, I can't, my brain, like, my brain can't compute it. And honestly, I kind of hope that Gen 9 almost doesn't come out next year, because obviously they gave Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl to ILCA, you know, they're sort of just looking over, so they weren't really, you know, worrying about it too much, and they were making Legends Arceus, but at the same time, Sword and Shield came out in 2019, then there was DLC up until end of last year, so they were multitasking when working the DLC and also this game. This game's going to come out early 2022. They maybe were working on it for 2 years or something, and for a game that looks as big as it could be, hopefully it has good depth, and this brings up my main worry. I really, really hope these games aren't rushed, because if Gen 9 comes out next year as well, I have big worries that these games were rushed. Not just Legends Arceus, but Gen 9 itself as well. Like, let's say Generation 8 ended, you know, they've released the game, hooray, they make a shit ton of money. If they started working on Gen 9 immediately after that, that's splitting Game Freak up into 3 different teams. Which I would assume they'd put their bottom team on the DLC for Sword and Shield, which I don't remember if they did that. I don't remember. Never really looked into it much. But let's say that's the case. Then that means that they would have split their other top 2 teams. Let's say, you know, they make like a team, B team, C team. C team gets DLC. That means that the B team would get Legends Arceus, which I would hope for a game like this, something that's so new, something that they've never done before, they got to make a really good impression on. You'd think they'd want to put their A team on that, but why would you put your B team on Generation 9? Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. So, either they were just constantly flipping back and forth between the two, or something else entirely. But either way, if Generation 9 comes out in 2022, it'll be a fun year, but I'm very worried for that game and for Legends Arceus, especially after how Generation 8 was received. Wasn't all... Actually, how the last couple generations have been received. Like, just... with the place that Game Freak is sitting at and the intense amount of scrutiny they're constantly under, making these massive games that are really, really big deals so close to each other and just so fast. It really makes me worried that they aren't putting the proper amount of time into it. I mean, this has been an extreme example, but I mean, look at Zelda. How many damn years did Breath of the Wild take to make? But would anyone say that waiting all those years was not worth it for the game that we got? Breath of the Wild 2. It's... Who knows when the game's going to come out. I can't even remember. I think they said it was going to come out next year, I think. Right? If I remember correctly. The trailer, like E3 or whatever. I'm pretty sure it said 2022. That would mean they were working on it for like 5 years. Close to it. Because Breath of the Wild came out like March 2017. Then all the way to 2022. So that's 5 years. That is unheard of for Pokemon. They are making games year in, year out. It is just insane the level of work that they are constantly being put under. And obviously, we don't have Breath of the Wild 2 yet, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it's gonna be a damn good game. That those 5 years were worth waiting for. At least I hope so, because they certainly were worth waiting for Breath of the Wild. Absolutely worth waiting for. So, when Pokemon really, really needs a home run hit of a game, I feel like putting your B team on it isn't a good idea. Splitting up your A team for it isn't a good idea. And just multitasking the hell out of it isn't a good idea. I mean, I feel like that's part of the reason that they gave ILCA Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl in the first place. So they wouldn't have to multitask it. So, I don't know if this is going to happen. If it was planned for 2022 or something. I don't know. Maybe we better if it got pushed back. We get the Legends Arceus DLC. Hopefully Legends Arceus is big enough of a game. I mean, with the release window that it's at, and if Gen 9 does happen, maybe it's not going to be a big game or something like that. I have no idea. No idea. Centro's just saying so much. So many massive claims, and we just have absolutely no information on the credibility of it. And final thing, this is also about Legends of Arceus. This is clearly unverified information. So this is saying not verified, take it with a grain of salt, which really says something for Centro, which means that Centro is very confident in these claims over here and this claim right here. And this is a new uncatchable Arceus form, a new legendary quartet, new mythical, although that's probably to be expected, Hisuian Mewtwo, and DLC about Primal Giratina. Same thoughts as before. New uncatchable Arceus form would be lame as fuck. I mean, new Arceus form would be sick as fuck, but I want to catch it. I can't even imagine how OP it would be. Well, I guess it'd be similar to Eternatus, how it has its god form or whatever the hell it is, but you can't catch it. New legendary quartet. If I'm not mistaken, that means 4, which, whoa. What? I mean, maybe? I have no idea. It'd be cool as fuck, assuming that the Pokemon are cool. But I mean, Sinnoh already has so many legendary Pokemon. It just brings up the question of what happened to them. So many things. And would they even do this? I mean, they're making new Pokemon, stuff like that. But, I mean, a whole new legendary quartet for Sinnoh of all regions? That'd be surprising. But, hey, who knows? A new mythical. Honestly, that doesn't surprise me. I expect that. It's probably just going to be, like, through some shitty giveaway, and it's going to be a total throwaway for Pokemon, like Zarude and the other, like, 8 that have come out in the last however many years. Hisuian Mewtwo. I don't like that. I don't like that. That shouldn't be possible. Mewtwo was created as a clone in a lab by Team Rocket. How would it have existed at this time? And Mewtwo doesn't need a new form. Like, no. I don't want Hisuian Mewtwo. I don't want it. And then DLC about Primal Giratina. Okay, that'd be cool as fuck. If this is true about Primal Dialga and Palkia, then that means this is probably true. However, Centro's very confident about this and not so confident about this. So, who the hell knows? And they said here also on the 13th, once you start getting new trailers, either verify or debunk this. Secondly, we'll either post it, fullest forms of new mons, or clarify that it was a fake. So yeah, we honestly just wait for more information. But yeah, rumors running wild and rampant all over the place. Very, very strange hype season. I'm conditioned to like Sun and Moon because that was my first real exposure to it, to being in the community for that hype season, and goddamn was it hype. That was incredible. Sword and Shield is a bit more, laid back, backed up, a little bit more secretive. Then there's whatever the fuck this is, which is like 2 games flying around. One of them is just a remake, but people are making a shit ton of rumors. And there's this completely new game that, I mean, it's so much. It's a lot. There's so much shit everywhere, but I enjoy doing this. I enjoy making videos about the random shit that Centro spews and seeing if it comes true at some point. And yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end it off. It's we just kind of the way the Chinese Riddler is back, which, I mean, let's see if Hisuian, Electrode, and Voltorb is all he's gonna say. We'll never know until we do, I guess. But anyway, with all that being said, I've been in front of you beautiful, lovely people again next time.